Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about Chiron in the 8th house in the natal horoscope. As most of you know, Chiron is associated with the wounded healer, or I should say it's referred to as the wounded healer. It is an element or aspect in our lives where we often can strongly emphasize or accentuate with others, but often we don't emphasize it enough for ourselves, and it could be a weak point in our horoscope. We'll look at this placement, and I should say looking at Chiron in general, and I think a lot of the fact that we emphasize this with others is the reason why we might have difficulty in ourselves in helping ourselves in this manner or aspect of our lives, because this is attributed a lot, I think, to overcompensation. I think what happens is, in a lot of cases, we help others in that area of Chiron in our horoscopes, and we often neglect ourselves in that area because we're spending all this time helping others in that area. So I think that's where a lot of the problems are attributed to, as connected with Chiron in our horoscopes, and why often we have trouble in that particular area. Now, Chiron in the 8th house, a person with this placement may have difficulty maybe with their sexual partner or partners, or maybe compatibility issues. Maybe one or more sexual partners were to this person's detriment. Perhaps this person, in isolated cases, may have sexual inhibitions. It might be a subject where this person has difficulty talking about for whatever reason or reasons. This could be somebody that might have had to cope with death, perhaps early in the life or often in the life, and might have feel difficulty as far as showing about bouncing back or dealing with this kind of adversity. Maybe this person has had to deal with a lot of crisis and upheavals and has had difficulty in doing so. Perhaps this person has had issues with taxes, maybe with insurance. Perhaps others' resources or a partner's resources were problematic for this person. When I say this, it could be something where maybe this person was overly dependent on another partner, on shared resources, or maybe this person is or was too giving, and maybe this person was taken advantage of by a sexual partner or just a partner in general, and wound up, as far as the shared resources, maybe this person wound up spending most of their money on their quote-unquote shared resources and didn't get enough from the other person. Now, this could also be somebody that may experience some kind of manipulation or power control issues, maybe with a sexual partner, not necessarily from the person that has this placement, but maybe from the partner, and maybe felt like maybe their partner was a little bit or is a little domineering or controlling. Now, this could be somebody on the other side of the coin, since Chiron is the ability, represents the ability where we can quote-unquote heal others. This person can be the prototypical sex therapist. This could be somebody that can talk to others as far as reconciliation with the sexual partner. This could be a person that maybe could work as a tax examiner, somebody that could work in insurance, even though they may have troubles in matters connected with taxes and or insurance. This could also be somebody that could be someone that helps others deal with upheavals, somebody that can maybe be like that I forget his name, Anthony Robbins, I guess we could say the renowned motivational speaker guru. He can, maybe this person could help others with transformation in connection with their lives that may have difficulty themselves in this respect. Could be somebody that helps others, quote unquote, go through a rebirth, perhaps in finding themselves, what they want to do in their life, but may have difficulty in doing this for themselves. Chiron in the 8th house is about maybe helping others as far as regeneration goes. Now, though I believe the house placement is more significant than the sign that Chiron resides in, at the same time, the sign that Chiron resides in will flavor the house placement. So let's take Chiron in Aries in the 8th house, for example. This could be a person that might have difficulties as far as being maybe outspoken, aggressive, and assertive in matters connected with the sexual partner, or addressing these needs, or addressing needs vocally that are connected with ways maybe that they need to transform or change their life in some manner, and maybe this person needs to be more aggressive and assertive this way. Now let's take Chiron in Gemini in the 8th house. This could be the person that might have reluctance in communicating maybe matters that are pertaining to the 8th house, such as sex, death, taxes, and might have difficulty, quote unquote, being more loquacious regarding these matters, but they may be able to instill the belief in others that they can be more, quote unquote, talkative in these matters and communicating them. Now, one more example I can give. Let's say a person has Chiron in Capricorn in the 8th house. This could be someone that might have some kind of apprehension or reluctance to address matters connected, say, with sex, death, taxes, transformation in the serious matter, and they may be able to help others take serious notice as far as this goes, as far as those matters of the 8th house go, but they may have the inability to do that themselves, and they might take these things maybe more lightly than they should. Now, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for Chiron in the 8th house in the natal horoscope. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be talking about Chiron in the 9th house in the natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.